Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. Something I've been excited about lately is the stats of Civilization win rates have recently become publicly available for definitive edition. I talked a lot last year about the stats for Civs in HD, but it's been a while since we've had up-to-date numbers, and obviously there have been a lot of balance changes. All of this is great news for people who like to dive into the actual numbers to see how things shake out in practice. There's also a big enough sample size now in both the last patch and this one to get a sense of how much the win percent in ranked has changed. I thought for this video it'd be interesting to highlight just how big of a change the balance tweaks make in practice. Does a big change for Civilization increase win percentage by 1 to 2%, 10 to 20%? What sort of impact do the balance tweaks have? To keep a bit of structure, we'll go through a few civilizations that I think were the biggest winners and losers, as well as a few surprises that jumped out to me. To start things off, maybe the biggest winner this patch is the Goths, whose change this month was getting Loom for free as a Civ bonus. Not only does that save 50 gold right off the top, but it also saves the town center time to research it, which can basically translate into a free villager before you click up, plus maybe save a villager now and then from boar or enemy militia. The only tricky part is sometimes if you follow a tight build order, you might find you're not quite ready to click up without waiting for Loom. But still, it sent the Goths' win percentage up from 51.8 to 53.55. On the one hand, that's a 1.75% increase, but it also means they're winning 3.37% more often. It's easy to get lost in percent increases of percentages, but maybe the simplest way to put it is they now have the highest win rate in 1 vs 1 ranked games, winning more than they lose on all maps except Nomad. This is the third patch in a row they've been tweaked, and I have a feeling they're due for some sort of nerf again soon. Still, in this patch, they're a big winner and being picked 21% more often as a result. In contrast, probably the biggest loser from this patch has been the Millay. They weren't intentionally nerfed, but for this patch have somehow lost their faster uptime bonus. It's pretty easy to see the bug since the advance bar goes at the faster Millay uptime speed, but in reality their advance times are just at the generic rate. When the bar hits 100%, it just keeps going, all the way to 166%. As a result, their win percentage after the patch fell from around 50 to about 41, which is the lowest of all civilizations at the moment. The nerf is just temporary, but really highlights how important that bonus is to making Millay competitive, and why they're probably not worth picking this month. Switching back to the winners, another big one this month has been the Lithuanians. Their unique unit was made cheaper and faster to train, on top of having tower shields price reduced and its effect enhanced. All of these things especially help in the late game, though it hasn't led to a huge change in their win percentage, going from about 50.9 to 51.7. That said, their popularity has spiked as people have been excited to try them out, though again percentages can get confusing here, and really it went from a 2% to 3.36% play rate. It's interesting that despite the buffs to their late game, they really haven't turned into a top tier civilization, mostly because they still struggle in the mid game. On the other side, a loser this month was the Persians. Now they were number 1 in the last patch overall, but have fallen from winning 54.2% down to 50.3%. That's about where they were before definitive edition, which makes sense, as this month's change reverted their town center bonus to what it was previously. They're still the 4th most played civilization despite being picked a 3rd less often than they were last patch, which shows you how ridiculously popular they were. They've turned back into a land-water hybrid specialist and have dropped to below average on strictly land maps, especially Arena and Hillfort. On the other hand, a big winner this month is your favorite Caped Crusaders, the Teutons. They had their infantry melee armor bonus expanded to now include Imperial Age and also include stable units, on top of being given faster Teutonic Knights. Their popularity this month more than doubled from being picked 1.5 to 3.84% of the time, while their win percentage also jumped from around 47 to 50. That still puts them borderline top 15 by wins, but they're being picked as if they're top 10, which has brought new life to the civilization while maintaining its unique personality. But now let's take a look at what for me were the 2 biggest surprises. The first is the Bulgarians. They gained the ability for their unique tech stirrups to affect knights, but in exchange lost the paladin. Surprisingly for me, that's barely changed their win percentage, though it has made them slightly more popular. I was concerned about this one at first, but it seems to be working as intended. And finally, another big surprise has been the Turks. Out of nowhere, on this patch, they became the best water civilization for some reason. In fact, they're doing even better on islands than Arena, which has always been their specialty. Now, it is possible that this is just the result of a small sample size. They're definitely an uncommon civ to pick on islands, and islands itself is the least popular map, but still, it's interesting enough to keep an eye on. So those are my 3 winners, 2 losers, and 2 biggest surprises from the May patch. It's exciting to have this sort of data be public again, and the link to the site I was using is in the description. If you want to help the fantastic work the creator of the site is doing and you have PayPal, definitely help him out and buy him a coffee. So far, he's been paying the site's costs out of pocket on top of the time it takes to put something like that together. It's a great thing he's doing for the community, so let's help him out. That's all for this one though. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.